Hi Leo, welcome to your reading for December 2024. So Leo, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How was your November? So obviously Pluto shifted from Capricorn and it's now into Aquarius. It's now in Aquarius, should I say. How did you feel with that? Did you feel anything? Did you not feel anything? How was that experience for you? That happened on the 19th of November. Just a heads up as well. Now that Pluto is in Aquarius, obviously it's going to probably affect Aquarius, or Aquarians will feel it the most, but it will also have a bigger impact on the fixed signs of the zodiac as well, more so than all of the other signs too. So the fixed signs, so obviously I said Aquarius, Leo, you're a fixed sign too, also Scorpio and Taurus, so you may go through a big phase of transformation. Well, more so Leo rising. If Leo is your rising sign or your sun sign, you may feel it the most over the next 19 to 20 years, along with Aquarius. So heads up for that. I'm debating whether or not to do any more videos on that. It's a really fascinating subject for me, Pluto shift. I don't know why. Well, yes, I know why, because personally it's affected me as a Libra and as a Leo rising, but I only discovered the stuff about it affecting the fixed signs recently. So yeah, it's adding another layer to that theme. But we've got the oracle decks here in front of us that we're going to use for your reading today. I did do a pre-reading meditation, and like all of the others, it was another weird one, to be frank. I saw in the pre-reading meditation teeth, and I mean, I guess the first thing that comes to mind, because teeth are to do with the mouth, or within the mouth, communication. That's one of the things that would come to mind with that is, are there any communication issues? Also as well, during the meditation, I got quite a painful earache, which never really happens. I don't really get earaches or anything like that in my right ear. I got a really sudden, just random pain out of nowhere in my right ear. It's gone now. It only lasted for probably 30 seconds or so. And it was quite intense, and it made me think, in terms of that communication, are you not being heard, or is there too much noise around you? Is there someone who's going at your ear too much? So that kind of thing. But also with the teeth, it made me think of health, if someone has any health issues presently, just in general, with your health. There could be something to do with teeth health-wise, or the mouth, or the digestive system, or just any other health issue in general. It made me think as well of the meanings of where you see teeth in dreams. I did have a quick look, and it can be connected to stress, anxiety. I believe, if I remember from some really old dream books, there can be connections to control or loss of control, you know, feeling powerless as well. So those sorts of things may be affecting you if that resonates. But we're going to get into your reading. So we're starting off. I'm going to start off with a message from Oracle of the Unicorn. So it's Sagittarius season now, and I kind of wanted a deck that's more on the light-hearted side. Obviously, I will not sugarcoat the message if it's something heavier, but I just wanted a really pleasant deck to use. And you know, with unicorns, like a horse, isn't it? Horses and Sagittarius are connected. So yeah, I just thought that would be a good to work with. So let's get on with your reading, Leo. So just giving it one more shuffle, and let's find out what we need to know for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising for December. My mind went blank then. December 2024. Oh, and just to let you know as well, you can, if you want to, you can go to the description box if you want to book a personal reading, if you want to see the daily written tarot readings that I do. And also, as I was just talking about the whole Pluto shift, I did videos for each, short videos for each individual sign, about the Pluto shift from Capricorn into Aquarius and how that will affect each of those individual signs. So I talk a little bit about the houses, and I'll pull some cards as well. But as I said, let's get on with it. So you will take the two that are facing upwards. I don't know why I felt the need to look then, and the intention card is on the bottom. So you've got beloved, right? So you've got beloved and miracles. Oh, wow, okay. You got beloved and miracles. So beloved says, if you can see that clearly, the screen is doing some weird stuff. Prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. You also have, and I know that this may be blurry, but okay, I've tried my best. Miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the house. So yeah, especially with this intention card. I'm not going to keep the intention card, but I was just tempted to look. It wasn't even like on the bottom. It was just one on, it was on the bottom of the other cards that fell out, but they were face down. Intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your request to the universe. I will be straight up here. If someone is trying to manifest a romantic partner, yeah, this could be, you could be getting what you want, to be frank, soon. That's one thing that comes in here. If you haven't already set your intentions for that partner, this might be something that you're wanting to do at present or kind of working on. So let's get your tarot cards out as well. I hope that is not blurred. I don't think it is by the looks of it. Let me give them one more shuffle. There's something about beloved as well. I know this is more romantic, but it just makes me think of any kind of close bond with someone as well. So even if it's a close bond with a friend, a specific family member, there's something about that here as well. But we'll see what else comes up when the cards come out. It could even be repairing a relationship with someone who, like, non-romantic, well, yeah, romantically, because I said that already, but non-romantically too. And as I said, I do need to do more research if I'm going to do any more videos on the whole Pluto stuff with the fixed signs. I will need to do more research, but I'm pretty sure from the bits of stuff that I saw, it will, yeah, Leo's 7th house, isn't it? I think it's in your 7th house. Where is the information that I have? It's not next to me, is it? I believe when I was doing the other readings, I said that stuff was going to come up for your 7th house with Pluto being in Aquarius, and the 7th house is relationships, isn't it? So you may be repairing some relationships possibly, or a relationship, that's whether it is romantic or non-romantic. But anyway, let's get on with your tarot cards. So Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising, what do we need to know for December? Okay. So you've got the 8 of Pentacles, first of all. There's a main energy. So what else do we need? We need one that's kind of underlying. Okay. Interesting. For the advice, we've got the Star. The Star can be connected to healing, can't it? Okay, I'm just sort of getting an overview because some stuff is coming in already. Let's get the cards from the top as well. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but with that Judgment card, obviously Judgment can be about second chances. We've got the Page of Pentacles there. There's something about the words try again are coming in, and actually the song as well. You know, Aaliyah's song, Try Again, dust yourself off and try again. That's coming in too. Oh, wow. I love when these two come up together, the Star and the Nine of Cups, because the Nine of Cups is basically the minor arcana of the Star, and both of them are, I've said healing already, but both of them can also be connected to wishes too. You get the Miracles card there, you had intentions on the bottom as well. So that's pretty fascinating, to be honest. I think with the, I know I'm not doing it in a particular order at this point in time. I will do, but I'm just, you know, when you see, sort of see messages as they come. With this Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, it's the need to persevere. If this is going to be about intentions and wishes and miracles and that kind of thing, it's about persevering with what you want to happen, what you want to achieve. I'm looking to see if this is the same person. It's not the same person. They do look quite similar though, don't they? I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so let's get on with it. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Tower first, which brings to mind, well, first thing that comes to mind is rebuilding something. But it could be starting again, to be honest. If it's not rebuilding something, even if it is rebuilding something with the Tower, it's probably going to be something that fell apart, isn't it? Let's get some clarifiers on that. and see what they tell us. So we've got the Ace of Cups. I'm getting the words labor of love. Okay. You have the Moon. The High Priestess. And you have Justice and the Queen of Swords as well. There is an energy with the Ace of Cups, Justice and the Queen of Swords, and the High Priestess, I would say. Very much about your intentions here. And I guess that is the labor of love, really. And Eight of Pentacles is labor, isn't it? There's very much something about your intentions and, as I say, that sort of persevering energy with it and standing strong by it and with it. And there's an energy as well with the Moon and the High Priestess. It's kind of like, even if you can't see, I think, which card did it say? Oh, here, surrender the how. About surrendering the how. The Moon is the how that you can't see. It's like, you know how you feel. You go in with your gut. You know what you really desire and what you feel is justified and fair to you. And you're kind of standing by that with that Queen of Swords. So, but the Tower is there. So that's really strange. I think it's rebuilding. So for some of you, I mean, again, I already said, didn't I, if there's, it could be about rebuilding a relationship with a particular person, romantic or non-romantic, or say if it was romantic, for example, it's where, say, the old relationship that you had, or the last relationship, that got towered, that's gone, that's done. And it's kind of like, right, that's happened. Now I'm ready to have a new relationship. And you put in the work into sort of put the intentions out there and make that happen. And if it's not a romantic, it's just, I suppose, beloved is sort of, it can refer to anything that you just really want to put your heart and soul into. You're just determined to build something new and better, and just determined, basically. Let's see what else comes up for you here. I would say the relationship stuff is probably one of the main messages, but it doesn't have to be a relationship. It's just, as I say, anything that your heart is really attached to, that you really value, and then you love it. Again, that labor of love type energy. So this is past energy. We've got the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. This almost feels like, you know, when you put in effort into something and you get to the point where you think, I don't even know what I'm doing this for. But it can also be deciding, that can be deciding the intentions, actually, where the Seven of Cups can be where you ask, you're looking at the different perspectives, or you're considering if something is the dream that you want to pursue. So you're considering it and deciding what you have to do to make that happen. So that can be where you are in the beginning stages of setting intentions. So Two of Pentacles, what's that? Knight of Cups, that's where you have the dream, isn't it? That's the initial phase of having the dream of what you want, what you desire, what your heart desires. We've got the Knight of Pentacles again. And that's having the dream and then being willing to do something physically to make it happen. We're getting the same sort of message. The Sun. I would say that Sun is, it's being illuminated. It can be being illuminated about the path that you need to take to make your dream a reality. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Ace of Pentacles, it's I mean, that is where you, again, where you plant the seed, where you take the steps and move towards or create the opportunity that you want to create. The Emperor, I nearly said the Empowered then, because that was what was on my mind with the Emperor. It's very much having the dream, but you know that you can't just sit there wishing and hoping and it will happen on its own. You can have the wish, but you got to do something about it. You got to make empowered moves and take sort of, I guess control is the only way I can think of putting it at this point in time, but take action. The Emperor plans. He has a strategy. He's like, right, this is what I want to build, this is what I want to create, and I'm going to do it, and this is how I'm going to do it. And then he takes the necessary steps and does everything he can to make it happen. Okay. And there's also, with that sun as well, it's about bringing it out into the light. Whatever the dream is, it's bringing it out into the light. Again, making it a reality. And it's potential as well. For me, the sun can very much be about potential. So you've got here, right, let me cover that up actually because it's a lot of cards. This is the challenge here. We've got the Devil. We've got the Seven of Swords. It is giving a bit of a, is it too good to be true vibe? It can be a bit of fear. But it's giving a bit of a, is it too good to be true? Am I kind of deluding myself in thinking that I can achieve this? Let's see what else comes up. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Magician. I think you need to, if you have that a kind of mindset of, if there is any doubt in there or fear, it's about changing that mindset and trusting that you can work with the universe or spirit or whoever you sort of have as your spiritual support to achieve this, to do this, to support you in doing what you need to do to make it happen. So trust is needed here. Trust in yourself and in your spiritual backup too. We've got Judgment, we've got the Hierophant. I feel, as usual, typically, this happens quite a lot. So I do the written tarot readings in the mornings before anything else. And then I post that. And then like if I've got other readings to do, I do that after that. So this morning's reading, is it this morning what I'm actually thinking of? I may be thinking of yesterday's reading, actually. One of them, whether it was yesterday's or today's, there was something about trusting your ability. Oh, today's message was there was an element of diversifying in there, about having the courage to diversify and try things that you haven't tried before. And it's sort of trusting that you can do it. And I'm getting a bit of a vibe here as well, where if part of the fear is being uncertain, if you're equipped, was one of the words I used, equipped or ready for something. It's like you've learned enough, you've had enough experiences to see this through, to make it happen. Again, that trust. There's another message here. If it's about a second chance with something or someone, again, it's kind of, you can't 100% guarantee that things will work out the second time around, but you have to try and trust in yourself at the very least. If nothing else, if you can't trust in the other person, at least trust in yourself to do what needs to be done and to do your best to make it work this time. There may be, with the Hierophant, it's making me think, though, that you need to set new rules. If it's a second chance with someone, whether it is romantic or not, or even if it's a second chance with a particular situation, there may need to be some new rules that are in place. Like, say, if it was boundaries or something, or just new ways of doing things, you sort of have an agreement with yourself and the other person of, right, this is how we're going to do it now. We need to learn from that past experience. And if we want it to work better and for it to be a positive outcome, well, number one, we're both going to have to put the effort in. But you're going to have to learn what you've used to do it differently so that you can overcome the challenges. If, again, if it is about a second chance with someone, there may have been some issues in the past that were, if not toxic, at least on the verge of toxic. There may have been dishonesty in the situation, whether that is dishonesty where it's as simple as just not admitting, being honest about how you feel, to someone doing something behind someone's back. Someone could have felt fear in the situation, and that could have contributed to certain behaviours. But it's about doing it better if it is a second chance. And then, as I say, if it's just about you want to build something new, then trusting in yourself and your abilities that you can do this, and you've got enough experience, you're equipped. There's always going to be more to learn along the way, but what you have now is enough to start off. So that's the challenge, is overcoming any of the fears and doubts and getting on with it, basically, just giving it your best and seeing if you can make it work. So we have here anything external to you, that is impacting things. Again, if it's about a second chance with someone in any capacity, it's like a willingness on their part at the very least to give it another go. That's what that looks like here. I'm just getting other messages as well. And then that aside, if it's not about a second chance, it's just that there's kind of like the opportunity is kind of here or being presented to you, or you're feeling encouraged to learn from whatever you've experienced in the past, to build, rebuild, however you want to put it. Let's get some clarifiers for that. There's also like a willingness, learning what you using what you've already learned, but a willingness to learn in now as well, whether it is a second opportunity or you're just trying to do something new. Someone wants to learn to make better decisions as well, whether that is you or someone else, or to make better, oh, how do I even put that? Make better investments, or learn how to make better use of their energy and their efforts. Just how to do it better in general, I think, is the key theme that comes up here. So you've got the Three of Swords. Well, yeah, so any experience that you've had with someone where your feelings were hurt, that's definitely, it looks like someone's willing to try again now, to put in the work now. And to do it in a, I did say, didn't I, do it better with that Six of Pentacles. It's more balanced, it's more fair. We've got the Seven of Swords again. What comes after that? So the Star being here again, it can refer to that healing energy, sort of healing a situation. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. I think I'm going to get one for that, actually. Let's get one for the Seven of Pentacles. There's a feeling of more maturity with that. Wow, I love it. I love it. I was going to say there's a feeling of something more mature about that Seven of Pentacles. And who do you get? The King of Pentacles. He's very mature. This is growth here. The Page of Pentacles, he's the kid. The King of Pentacles has mastered, they've mastered their element by that point. And Earth is earth energy, isn't it? So it's about giving. It's about physical effort and energy. So even if it's a relationship, it's the physical effort and energy you put into building that relationship. So again, if it's relationship related, this is a person now, if it's an external, someone external to you, who initially they may have started out as a page, giving page energy, which isn't very much, to be honest, or it's just not experienced, is it? So they may have started out that way, or they are starting out that way again, but they are working towards king energy, and they're kind of, there's an energy with the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, right, I'm willing to do that, and I need to learn how to do it. And was there another card? Yeah, there was another card that came out, the Five of Swords. I'm not neglecting that. I know that's here as well. It's having the maturity. It's like someone having the maturity to assess their past mistakes in a way, and sort of acknowledge it and say, yeah, no, I know I kind of fucked up there, and I'm willing to kind of work on it and become mature and again do things better. So that's one way of looking at it for relationships. I'm trying to think of it as an individual now. Look at it as an individual. So bear with me. Again, that trust is needed. I think the trust is needed for the relationship stuff as well. But again, as an individual, because that tower's there, as I said, it clearly indicates that the old, whatever it is that's old, has gone, or something's gone, so it's time to rebuild. Three of Swords, for me, is an external influence. Whatever that tower was, that would have hurt you, whatever that is, whether it was a job loss, relationship loss, whatever, that would have hurt you. But as I say, it's a time now where you're ready to kind of give again and kind of put your energy back into it. The Seven of Swords is kind of bringing up fear again a little bit. So again, that concept of maybe feeling, am I being a bit delusional here? Am I chasing a dream that just, it ain't going to happen? But again, it's still, even if this energy, Seven of Pentacles, refers more to you, it's kind of learning from that and sort of knowing that, recognizing that you can, or accepting that you can learn from your mistakes. You may have even been deceived as well. Even if it's not relationship related, you may have been deceived in some way. Or you may be deceiving yourself here and thinking that it's too hard to achieve. Which I'm not saying it's not, whatever you do is not going to be hard. But, you know, to the point where you think, oh, it's just absolutely impossible. And that's kind of like lying to yourself, isn't it? Where if you tell yourself it's completely impossible. Let's get one more for that Seven of Swords. Page of Wands. You can start again. And even if you failed in the past, you might be thinking, oh, well, I failed once, so what's the point in trying again? Page of Wands, you can start again. You can try again. This reading may be called Try Again, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to put these away. So that was it. Energies external to you. So again, for the relationships, this is another person. If it doesn't involve another person, it's just that the energy of an opportunity coming around to kind of plant a new seed, really. But I really think try again. It's just because the Tower's there. It makes me think try again so much. So let's look at anything that you need to be more aware of. We've got that Ten of Pentacles there. And I feel already, just with the Ten of Pentacles, there's a thing about intentions there too. We've got the Moon. So you've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Moon. In that intentions card, did it say about being very clear? Yeah, be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your request to the universe. This is that Ten of Pentacles. You can't, I don't think you can be vague here. You need to be, as it said, be clear and decisive, focus on what you really want. And I mean, obviously in terms of manifestation, we speak of not becoming attached to the outcome, which makes sense. However, I think you still do need to set the intentions, and you can be as specific as you want. You may not get it exactly as you want, but at least if you're very specific, you're kind of giving the universe something to work with. And then it may adapt as necessary. Like you say, if the universe or spirit or whatever says, yep, I know you're asking for this, but that isn't necessarily going to be good for you or right for you or whatever. So we'll give you it slightly, adjust this slightly, and that will be better for you. It's that kind of vibe, isn't it? So Ten of Pentacles, the Moon. Page of Cups. Two of Cups. To me, that's being very honest and vulnerable in terms of what your heart wants, and what you truly want to connect with, or who you want to connect with, to be honest, with that Two of Cups. Or the type of person, I'll say at the very least, because I'm getting this thought in my head now. If somebody has their heart set on a specific person, I mean, I think a lot of us have done that at some point, where you just have your heart set on someone you want, but I want that person. And it's just like, sometimes you can't have that person, can you? So I have to admit, I do get concerned when I see posts and stuff online where you have readers or spiritual people telling you how to manifest a specific person, like a literal specific person that you know will get that person back. And obviously, if you've never made an attempt to be with that person, okay, fair enough, give it a go. But if you've had experiences with that person, say if they've treated you horrifically, consistently treated you horrifically, I just think it's a bit dangerous for people to try and encourage you to get that person back. Or if that person's made it blatantly clear that they do not want you, as harsh as that may sound, to me, it's quite dangerous. And there's a level of manipulation there as well, if you're trying to get someone who doesn't want you. I mean, I just think of it, how would I feel if someone I just had zero interest in romantically, like I don't hate the person, but just romantically, I just don't feel it. I just don't want to go there. They've made many attempts with me and I've repeatedly told them no. And then they're still doing stuff to try and get me. It doesn't feel right. It feels like a stalker, to be honest. So that's how I think of it. And then I switch it around and say, yeah, so if I wouldn't want someone to do that to me, I shouldn't be doing that to anyone else. That's the kind of way I look at it. But as I say, you can still be specific about the kind of person that you want, you know, the traits, etc. Or if it's not a person, whatever it is that your heart connects to. Again, if it's a non-platonic, non-romantic relationship, then again, setting the intentions of what is it that you actually want. What do you need to feel valued, to feel understood in the situation? What would you need? Those would be the intentions for that, and to be very clear on that and kind of committed and focused on that as well. So let's see what else comes up for you. You've got the Five of Swords. The words non-negotiables came up as soon as that Five of Swords come out, and the Four of Cups is there as well. So that's, for me, that's a double confirmation of taking into account what you do want and your non-negotiables as well. And I mean, I wouldn't excessively focus on what you don't want, because then you're giving too much attention to that. But you do have to have the non-negotiables as well, don't you? Like, what would be a non-negotiable? For me, a non-negotiable would be, if it was a romantic partner, it's got to be someone who's kind, who has a kind heart. I know that's a very, very simple one, but that's a non-negotiable for me. They've got to be kind. I think that would be, hopefully that would be a non-negotiable for most people, unless you like people who are quite abrasive and, you know. But yeah, that feels like Five of Swords, Four of Cups, the non-negotiables, and the boundaries as well, what you're not willing to put up with. So say if you previously were with someone who was an absolute workaholic who never had time for you, the way you would work that intention is to say that your intention is that you want a partner who spends plenty of time with you and is happy and willing and enjoys spending plenty of time with you. So then hopefully the person you end up with next time is not a workaholic. So rather than focusing on, I don't want a workaholic, focus on, I want someone who has plenty of time to spend with me and loves spending time with me. Right, so let's get one more for that. The Chariot. So that's about moving forward with that. That once you have, if you're able to set those intentions and focus on what you do want and have the non-negotiables, etc., it helps to move you forward. And it's also a form of aligning things as well, isn't it? So that you can move forward with that. But with the moon there, it's telling you to be very, very clear. Again, you may not get things exactly the way you want them or exactly how you want them, but you can still set clear intentions. I think I've given, what did I give this example? And it may have been in one of your readings actually, where I said, if you were going to go to a seamstress or a tailor to get some clothing made, you might have this perfect, very specific idea in your head of what you want, and you go to that person to make the item of clothing and they say, oh, this is lovely. However, I just need to adapt this, this and this very slightly, because it won't, if I adapt it, it will work better for you on your body type or whatever if I adapt it. And that's where the bit of compromise comes in, because they're the expert, they know what they're talking about. You know what you want, but you're sort of giving them something to work with, and then they can say, oh, but this will probably work better for you. And then obviously when the situation happens, you still get to choose whether you want it or not, don't you? If you manifest what you want and it comes in slightly different, you get to decide if, yeah, okay, this is actually better than what I wanted. Or you can sort of think to yourself, actually, no, it's not working, I don't want it. Anyway, let's move on. So we're going to look at the potential future energies. Knight of Pentacles, Six of Wands. It's just very much dedication to getting what it is you want. There's something with being seen with that Six of Wands as well. So for someone in a previous situation or relationship, whatever the type of relationship is, you may not have felt seen in the past, and now it's like, no, I'm very much about, I want to be seen. I want to be seen as I am. I want to be appreciated as I am, and being very focused on that intention, focused on your intentions. And sort of checking it as well, like that Seven of Pentacles energy. It's like you're constantly assessing and checking, is this matching up with what I want? You don't kind of slack off and get what you want, and then it starts to go downhill and you're like, oh yeah, but this was what I asked for originally, and forget, you know, you sort of, because you got it, you sort of become complacent. That's the right word, complacent. There's no complacency here. It's constantly having that laser focus of, no, this is what I wanted, and I'm not going to sort of slack off and let anybody else slack off, and you know, it turns into something that I didn't actually want. Okay, I love that. With the Queen of Cups and the Lovers, it's like you consistently honouring how you feel. You're not just having the initial thought and intention of this is what I want, and then again the energy of becoming complacent. It's like, no, you're constantly aware. It's awareness of how you feel, what you wanted, and being certain of whether those things align or not. And it doesn't mean that there's no growth or things can't adapt at all, but the core feeling or the core desire is you're constantly aware of that, in terms of whether that matches up with the reality of what you get and what you're going for too. We have the Strength card. We have the Three of Cups. Let's get one more. Oh, I like this. Nine of Pentacles again. That's an energy of being seen, isn't it, really? Right, so I've already said what I needed to say about the Queen of Cups and the Lovers. The Strength card, it's the courage to stand by this, to stand by consistently honouring how you feel and what you desire. It's also having the will to stand by it as well, having the will to stand by it, and again, not letting complacency kick in and then you start to settle for anything that you don't want. Like, say if it was a family relationship with someone who they can start off great and say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this better, I'm going to be better. And then they start to slack off and it's like, no, we're not letting you, you're not slacking off this time. It's not going to happen. Three of Cups here. It feels like the energy of kind of a collaborative working together energy. I know Three of Cups is support in general. So for someone in a relationship, whatever type of relationship it is, it's that it's having that will to make sure that you are, as well as giving support consistently, that you are consistently supported in the relationship too. And that you are consistently seen and valued as well. Again, whether it is a relationship or just a situation that you've had to rebuild, but it's that focus on I'm making sure that my needs are met. I'm consistently making sure that my needs are met here. I think that's the key. Is there anything else here? I think as long as you stand by what you want and how you feel and those non-negotiables and everything, again, bear in mind that some compromise may be necessary, but remember what the core desires and intentions are. I think you'll be good. I think you'll be happy and you'll feel like you succeeded, because even if you, say, get involved with a person or a situation and things start to go downhill, if you're unwilling to settle for that shit, then it'll go away, or you'll make it go away, because you'll be like, no, I'm not settling for this. And then you'll just be like, right, so I've got to start again because I'm not putting up with that shit. So that's a future energy. Let's look at your guidance, Nine of Cups. Again, I think this whole message is very much about standing by your intentions, your desires, how you feel with the Nine of Cups and the Star. Anything else for that? I was feeling that. I was looking at that Tower card again, and it was kind of giving me an energy. It's like you've been through too much to settle for anything less than what you want again. You've been through too much. It's like you've been through struggles, you've had to persevere and keep yourself going, you're willing to start again. So you deserve to get what you want now. And it's like you're willing to work for it as well with that Page of Pentacles, because again, it's starting again, isn't it? So it's my still standing card. Sometimes the Nine of Wands is like you've been through all sorts of shit. You're still standing. You're willing to start again. Of course, you deserve to get and work for it as well. You deserve to get something good. Five of Wands being up for the challenge. Right, we have an Eight of Swords here, which I will get back to in a minute. Let's see what comes off after that. So yeah, that's where I said you're willing to work for it. You're looking at it and it's like, yep, yeah, I've still got the Pentacle. I'm still willing to invest in it. I'm still willing to put the effort in. It looks like it's going to be hard and tough and whatever, but yeah, I'm here. I'm still going for it. Six of Swords. So again, any doubt, any fears, anything where you feel like, I don't know, this is too good to be true, I'm not sure if I can do this, you got to leave that behind. Leave that sort of mindset behind and move on. We've got the Moon here again. That is that same as that Moon card here, where there's sort of not being clear, a lack of clarity. It's like leaving that behind again, standing by those intentions and what you want, and not settling, being up for the challenge and trusting that you can do it. Let's get you a final card of advice. I think that's it, to be honest. Final card of advice for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. That was quick. And again, this can be any situation, relationships that are romantic, non-romantic, family, friends. It could just be a situation where you're pursuing some sort of dream or aspiration, whatever it is. Apply it as it's relevant. So let me see if I can get this in a good position in front of the camera. So it says, dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself in the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one we know to be true of you, about you, a story of courage, gratitude and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it, so make sure they're stories you're proud of. Genuine, loving fan club. So again, the energy of being trusting yourself, first of all. If you tell yourself the story that, oh, I don't know if this is too good to be true, blah, 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 then that may happen. Again, sticking by your intentions. If you feel like, oh, well, I never get what I want, be very, very specific about what you want and just see what happens. There was something, was there anything else in there? That empowered, when it said about the empowered story, that's that Emperor energy that was here as well, about really taking the lead on things and being like, right, this is what I'm working towards, and this is what I'm going to get. Anyway, right. So it says, dear you, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if it may feel like you are in free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition to something new. All the elements are in place and your soul is ready for a new experience, no matter what you're asking about. It's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself. That's the point. We love you. We love your courage. Embrace it. So that's a nice message again. Again, trusting yourself. So I'll leave that there for you, Leo. Again, go to the description box if you want to book a personal reading or see the daily written tarot readings. And I'll be back at some point in December, probably with shorter readings, you know, as it gets near to the end. I don't know if it's the end of the year or what it is, but I think a lot of us feel quite drained and tired by this point in the year, and I include myself in that. So yeah, I might be doing shorts come mid-December. But anyway, I hope that you have a great December, and I will see you again soon. Take care.